Hello, and welcome to the SoulFlow Experience podcast. I'm your host, Ebony Davis Martin, also known as Ebonaire, and this is Celebrate Tuesdays. If this is your first time with us, what we do on Celebrate Tuesdays is we celebrate life and we celebrate you, the autism moms, dads, and caregivers too. Why? Because it's Tuesday. And why not celebrate any day that we have a chance to live, love, laugh, smile, and be light for our exceptional loved ones and for ourselves. I'm an autism mom. I'm the mother of 3 adult children. And my youngest son, who is now 22 years old, is autistic. He was diagnosed at the age of 5. So I understand the overwhelm and busyness of life in loving and caring for an autistic loved one. For that reason, my podcast episodes are short, ranging from 20 seconds after this intro to 15 minutes of encouragement, shared experiences, and ways to overcome the challenges that we face so that we can live a life with more peace-filled moments every day. Why? Because you, my dears, are worthy and you are worth it. This is renewed strength for a renewed you. Together, we can achieve greatness. Let's begin. Hello, and welcome. Today is Celebrate Tuesdays here on the Soul Flow Experience podcast, and I'm your host, Ebony Davis Martin, also known as Ebonaire. Today is a great day. I'd like you to say that to yourself, within yourself, even if you don't feel that way. Say, today is a great day. So today on Celebrate Tuesdays, and if this is your first time listening in, what we do on Celebrate Tuesdays is we celebrate life and we celebrate you, that autism mom or dad or caregiver too. I'm the mother of a 22-year-old diagnosed with autism. He is my youngest son. I actually have 3. So today on our podcast, I like to start by saying that today is a great day. Why? Because we are here. We are breathing. We have the opportunity to correct whatever we feel is not going quote unquote right in our lives. And that is a wonderful thing. So I'd like to tell you a little bit about me briefly. I call myself Ebonaire. Before, I was saying Ebonaire, which is an extension, a combination of ebony and extraordinaire. I used to love that word growing up. Extraordinaire. Extraordinaire. Similar to extraordinary, but extraordinaire just sounded so debonair. So I came to the conclusion that I am great. I am wonderful. I am awesome. I had to tell my own self because if no one tells you that, tell yourself. We don't want to be out here seeking validation from anyone else. But I digress. So it went from ebony to ebonaire. And for me, because for me, I am unique, I am different, I am special. So for me, I just wanted that much more. So I went from ebonaire to ebonaire. And that only begins to scratch the surface as to who I am, how extraordinary, how extraordinaire I am. So today is a great day. It is not like any other day. Even if you are having difficulties, it's still a great day. Even if yesterday you were having difficulties, it was still a great day. Because we have opportunity to correct or change that which we may think or feel is wrong in our lives within our own selves. Because we don't have control over others, we can only control ourselves. No matter what chaotic situation is going on around us, we can only control ourselves, that response to that situation. So I'd like to share with you. I kind of come full circle with this podcast because this podcast started out as a means for me to express the things that I was going through and to encourage others, particularly other autism moms, with the challenges of life because life can be challenging. And it started with my son going to music therapy sessions. He was singing and performing with his music therapy group, and his sessions were on Tuesdays. And so I took that time while I was parked waiting for him to finish his lessons. I took that time to record the podcast episodes. I say that came full circle because although he is not in that music therapy group anymore, I find myself back in therapy sessions for myself. And I had a session today and I am feeling great and very awesome, even though there are challenges. Today is a great day. And yes, I said therapy again because different things come and go, feelings and emotions, things that become overwhelming for us. And I process a lot of things myself. I'm very aware, I'm very analytical, and I'm very reflective, self reflective. And so I make it a point, I am very intentional to work on the things that I feel within me that need to be worked on. I have a great support system. I have my wife, she's an awesome spouse. I have my children, although I don't go into depth and detail with them, but I have them and they know when something is going on and I can talk to them. My children are adults, by the way. I have my spiritual family. I have my best friend, my bestie of more than 30 years. I have a lot of different people that I know who I can call and reach out to when I need someone. I believe that I have said on other episodes to try not to ever find yourself being at the top of your circle. So just think about that. Yes, circles are round. There's really no top because they're continual. But in your circles, in your social groups, try not to be the one who knows the most because we all need that support, not just to listen and to vent, but we need the support, the insight, the wisdom that sometimes we don't see clearly because we are involved directly in the situation ourselves. So, the point for today is to make sure that you have your support system, especially autism moms, householders. I say autism moms, I'm including dads and caregivers too, because I don't want to exclude anyone. But most often, are the householders who give so much of ourselves at the expense of ourselves. I'm being expansive because I love everyone, and that's what it's about, us as people. We find ourselves doing so much for others, being that friend, being that parent, being that spouse, being whomever we are to everyone else. I just want to make sure that I serve as a reminder that we are important. We need support. And yes, that listening ear, but sage advice, not just advice from everyone wanting to put their 2 cents in, but advice, trusted advice from a trusted person, a trusted source, in addition to the things that we do. We talked about in previous episodes about the self care mindset as well as our self care practices because they are two different things. If you haven't listened to those episodes, it's a two-part episode series. Please go back and listen. It's called True Self Care. But in addition to that, find whatever works for you, whatever is necessary for you, and don't feel ashamed. I am back in therapy. And as I mentioned, and there's nothing wrong with that, but how can I go to therapy and I'm a life coach and I'm here to help others? Because I am not the top of my circle, because I don't have all of the answers readily available. Although I'm very insightful and extremely self aware, and no, it's not that the therapist has the answers. That's not what I'm saying at all. But just having that person to discuss things with and to process through, even though I've done a lot individually and in therapy in the past, but to have that other person to help me draw in the answers that I have within me, that's what the purpose for me is. So I'm sharing that with you so that you can be encouraged and to know that it's okay to seek counseling and therapy services. It's okay to have a life coach, to pay someone, no plug and pun intended, but because my podcast episodes are free, I do offer life coaching services on my website. If you're interested, SoulFlow.page. But it's okay to have that trusted person that you can go to, that friend that you can call and say, I'm not okay right now. There's a saying, and it floats around social media. and it says, check on your strong friends. And I absolutely positively agree with that, because those of us who are strong and resilient and resourceful, the ones of us who appear to be okay all of the time, oftentimes what's happening is that, yes, we're strong, we're resilient, we're resourceful, but it's overwhelming. It's emotionally, it's mentally, it's physically, and even financially draining and taxing. There is so much overwhelm that we have to process through, in addition to whatever is causing the overwhelm in the first place. So, yes, check on your strong friends, check on everyone. And you, that strong one, the one who always has the smile on their face, and it's great, great, great to have a smile on your face. But reach out to your friends. Reach out to that trusted friend or family member, that trusted person, that support, whomever you have in life. Reach out to therapy if it's past issues. Reach out to a life coach if it's setting goals and getting past some obstacles. Whoever it is, reach out, because at the end of the day, it's about you. You and your loved ones, the ones you allow into your close, intimate circle. We all have a circle. We all have a social circle. But those who we allow into our intimate inner circle, and I'm not talking just um, partner and spouse, but our children, closest friends, whoever we allow into that inner circle, that's who it's about. And if we're not good for ourselves or for them, dot, dot, dot. Answer that for yourself. Paint that picture for yourself. We have to be good for ourselves so that we can be good for those whom we love and care for. I'm intentionally using the word good because good is good. Good is a good thing. Sure, I can say we can be great and excellent and marvelous and wonderful, and those things are great to attain, but good is good too. And if you aren't yet at the space of being or feeling great and wonderful and marvelous, then be good. Be the best good that you can be. And make sure you are good and stay good. That you are good with you, you are good for you. So that you can become even greater for those whom you hold dear within your inner circle. And my dears, you yourself should be one whom you hold dear within your inner circle. You are worthy and you are worth it. Namaste. The divine in me sees the divine in you.